Hello and welcome back to the grid. Welcome back to Let's Build a Megazord. Sorry that you had to wait so long for episode number 2. Fanhome had issues with delivering the boxes. They had a really high demand, which is good in my opinion, because a lot of people want this. So I really hope I said in the first episode, they continue and make a Dragonzord. That's what I'm hoping at least. Well, other than that, box number 2, as I said, which is empty again. I took everything out. There's a letter in here, and we're gonna see, just like from Fanhome. Forgot. There, and they say in this letter, sorry, your present is not available, so we sent the other stuff out and sent it afterwards, and here's my present. Weird. I think they just slapped it in because they had a similar issue with box number 3, which actually arrived before box number 2. I have that up here. That will be the next video, so you will get shortly after this one another Let's Build a Megazord episode. Let's start with the present. It's this in foil. Which I don't like about this is a relatively small box, and this is a poster, or multiple posters in that case, and it was in there like this. It was bent, so yeah, never nice when they actually do stuff like that, but it happens. So now I make some noises. Wait, I prepared and didn't use it. I have a knife to open this up. So they actually put that in foil in case something happens weather-wise, I guess. And yeah, off you go. So here should be like multiple posters inside. Yeah. So I need just some frames and, well, space to hang it actually. So there is a poster from Forever Red. I'm in the way, I can't show it, that should be fine. So, one of the nicest episodes ever. I like this print. The anniversary of Power Rangers in Wild Force, when 10 Red Rangers came together, fight some leftover Machine Empire robots. Really cool. Then number 2 is this poster. It's relatively hard cardboard, so thicker paper basically, in a glossy finish. This is the first Mighty Morphin team. I mean, I don't tell you anything new. You collects this, who knows what that is. And this first 6 Rangers, I really need frames for this. I really will see if I can hang that. As I was a young adult, a teenager, I had in Germany we had comic book magazines where they had this, like the first shot here and the following I will show in a sec, in there as a like big poster, and I still have that somewhere. It has duct tape all over the place because it's old by now, from the 90s, and I had it as like I slapped it on the wall and good, didn't thought about it. But yeah, I really will see if I can get this tape. And this is episode I don't know the episode, but this is season 2, I want to say, when the White Ranger joined the team. This is really nice. So historical moments from Power Rangers for this as a present, really nice. I knew that this would come because they announced it on the website. You could see what you get, which is pretty nice. And they have your like a little foldy booklet with the Megazord, which I will have when it's done in roughly 1.5 years. I did the math for that. And yeah, what we also got again is, hey, you could go premium. I'm already premium, so I guess this is in every magazine, in every box I get. I know De Agostini, I had stuff from them in the past, and they always did this like, hey, why don't you go a step further, go premium? And like, I'm already premium, but okay, if you want to throw ads at me, that's fine. I like your stuff. So, anyhows, in this box we have magazine number 3, number 4, come on, and number 5. So this one and the next box is 3 magazines. After that it will be 6. So you can expect that the episodes from there on, from episode number 4, will be a bit longer. Besides, this will get longer anyways, I guess. That's how I roll. We can take a sneak peek in here. So we see a part list, what you get, and yeah, how to build it. I will need that in a bit. And also some historical facts in this one, like about Zack, the Black Ranger, his Zord. Then similar deal, they follow a similar pattern. Here's something about Rita. I just show you briefly stuff what's inside. So, and what does this hold first? Oh, this is always nice, some concept design. As you can see, and stuff from the show again. Really love this. Put this aside. Here's the one bit. This is heavy as well. There's the first half of the saber-toothed tiger. This is metal, so as I said, it's heavy. Here's the part I'm missing from the first episode where, like, I want to build the Megazord's head and it's like missing parts. I hope we can finish this today. Here's the stuff that was missing. And here's the other part of the saber-toothed tiger, so we can actually build the saber-toothed head at least today. And there's a remote in there because it has LEDs and wiring for, like, here's the USB-C cable for power. Here's a thing that looks like it needs for the Megazord's head. Will be interesting. I love building stuff like this. So we switch over to that place. I switch up the camera and we will build the Megazord. Hello and welcome to the building table, and I found something out. I removed this plastic foil to make not too much noise when I unbox this to start building. And on the back is this. I don't know if it can be seen, it's not too important. It's just like the addresses of yaYsPllw, the company who's actually, well, making and selling this. The German address, Brazil, Italy, and where all over the world they actually can be found. And this is just, this can be removed easily. I don't know if I realized that in the first box, but as you see the background, here's cardboard, which is leftover pieces with, like, glue. So I assume as they first brought this out, it got released first in France. They just took what they ever had left in stock. And normally when you buy something like this, it's taped to a magazine. So they reprinted this, and I think the issues might be bigger originally when they released it in France, because they feel pretty small when you compare it. Like, this is bigger than the magazine. Normally these feel smaller to me, because normally when I get stuff like this, the magazines are like, you know, I don't mind, honestly. I really like that they are a bit smaller. It takes up less space, and still it doesn't feel cheaper than you normally would buy stuff. You normally have, like, the enormous magazines, like, where do I put that stuff? Anyhow, so let's continue with building. I have everything from magazine 1 and 2 here close by. I assume we will need that in a moment. We get a lot of pieces. We get some screws, some cable, we get horns, mouse parts. Okay. So what do we have to do first? So first thing is screws 3.14 PWM, which is I still would like if they just labeled these bags with the screws. We have... Huh. Did we have leftover screws here? Give me a sec. Yeah, we had leftover screws here as well. 2, 4, 5. Okay, got them. There's... I don't know if you can see it. I will be a bit closer to the camera. There's 2 black screws, which should be the 3.13, and there and one back with 3.15. So we will need them, and we need the horn pieces. Oh, they are metal as well, which is nice. Metal. I mean, it doesn't have to be always metal for the sake of being metal, but it's nice that they done that. And it's painted on both sides. We have a black line here on the back and black and white on the front. It's always nice. I mean, it's a really premium hot toy kind of thing. So put effort in it. That's good. We then need one of these pieces here for, like, I don't know the English word for this, like this here, basically. And this is metal as well, and it's nicely painted. Okay, let's see, which is what? Damn it. Okay, needs to go, oh, okay. It's created for dumb people like me, so you cannot do this wrong, I think. Or could you? No, you cannot do this wrong. Okay. Goes like so. I will just screw that to fit, and then... Oh, this is screw 3.14, which are different ones, I guess. No, it's the ones I just said. Okay. Make sure that's a tight fit, not too tight. And we have the first part connected. Both metal, which is nice, as I said, but doesn't have to be always metal for the sake of metal. I will repeat myself there. Now we go over to the other half and do the same. So both horn parts are done. So let's see, what's next? Next is this red piece, part 3.3. I still wish this would be labeled. 3/12 screws. 3.12 are this. Okay, these are the small ones with. Okay, got it. And is it for stupid people like me again? Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. It fits in just one way, which is nice. So they have one part which is a bit raised here. This little tiny knob here to my finger. I don't know if the camera. Give me a sec. And next to it is a hole for a screw. And it's not color coded, but it just fits in one way here. So you cannot, sorry for the pun, you cannot screw this up. Okay. I mean, I guess there are people who still could do that. I mean, I did stuff wrong in the past where I'm like, how did I screw that up? But yeah. Okay, this is done. And now we have the other half, which is identical, which goes on here. Same deal. The connecting part of this with the metal pieces are plastic, which is fine. How do I address this? So, for those guys who love Power Rangers and watch that for obvious reasons, know or even own a Legacy Megazord, and don't get me wrong, I love that thing. That thing is cool. It's the best version so far ever I've seen. I've seen the SoC one, which looks okay-ish, but it has some issues with the tail falling off, and I don't like the SoC version with the eyes and everything. And yeah, it's more accurate to the 90s version with the shiny parts, yeah, but in general, the legacy is superior in any way to me. But it's too heavy. It has a lot of metal, which is nice. On its own, Megazord as a legacy toy works. But when you want to combine it with the 2013 Megazord, which was just a pumped up version of the 2013 Megazord release, where they made the legacy out of, it doesn't really fit together well. It's too heavy. They have supportive parts, which came with Titanus, I think. And there are people who 3D custom printed stuff. It would like fall over when you don't have the supportive parts, so not good. Okay, we need this little black piece here. And the cable is 310, which is this one. Okay, it has two different ends. One is smaller, one is bigger. And the bigger part goes through. So we have it like this, and then push you like this. Okay, fine. I don't want to screw up. So if it takes a bit longer, I'm sorry. And then we have part number 3.9, which is this little thing here with the electronic board. And before you are like, oh, it's a long video. Yeah, it's a long video because I tried to do this as detailed as possible. So basically the results look similar to this. The one plate is screwed on, so we will see. And then we have some foam, which I think is to prevent power from getting over to stuff which is metal, which is this one here, I guess, on the baggie. We actually need pieces from the other magazine. We have the faceplate, which is also metal from the first episode. Take that over and just put the rest here. Sorry, so. And then I have to cut this open. Oh no, there's a part which makes it easier, which is nice. So this is definitely an electronic part which needs to be prevent from having contact with metal. So there's this little black stripe which has a glue part on it. So, and this piece you just wrap it around like this. That you prevent it from having contact with metal. I think it might short circuit or anything if you don't do this. I mean, keep in mind, this is there are a lot of toys which are expensive on their own, and there are people who just do this all day long. They just build things like this. So, and people are complaining that some stuff is very expensive. Yes, I get that, but you have to build this piece by piece, and so now this thing goes in here in the lower half. It just rests there, and then we have our piece we had before, and just this is not easy having it. It doesn't get screwed or anything, right? No, it just rests in there. Yeah, I have the biggest respects of people who just do this all day long. I mean, I think it's an interesting job, but I think I'm not, like, I couldn't do this all day long. It would be like, for me, it would be, I wouldn't be fast enough, I guess. That makes sense. I think people who build stuff like this are paid by the hour, by pieces they actually finish, I assume. Oh, that fell off. So we're actually reaching the point where we have a head. We have that, and next is the eyes. Okay, they're just resting there. That's interesting. Yeah, I think. Can pull it. Okay. Can pull the cable a bit. I don't want to. I don't know how long this has to be to actually work, so we'll see. It's this piece. So put the eyes in there and then close everything off, basically, I guess. Yeah, now we're talking. So which screws do I need? 312, which is, I have no idea. Oh, ooh, it's tight in there, so I can't move the cable around anymore, I guess. Which is not so good. I have no idea how long this should be, actually. So if I totally mess this up and this cable is too short, I have to unscrew this. Yikes. Okay. I hope I didn't screw up that much. So if I really have to take this apart again, I will. Yeah. That's not so good. I mean, from the perspective of the magazine, everything looks good. Results of this edition assembly is this one and these two parts. So technically I could go and say, hey, boom, but the magazine says nope. But we're missing one piece, which is the lower part of the head. I would say that the cables go through because there is a part which tells you to. This is honestly not very nice. Nope, not in there. Come on. Yeah. Okay. And 3/15 screws are actually... But I only have one left, so is that one from the other magazine part, I guess? Yeah, it's flush. And I assume we still have stuff in here. Which is nope. Nope at all. Okay, that's a bummer. It tells me that I should use 3/15 screws for this, but I don't have any of these left. I just have one, which is... So I totally mixed it up somewhere, I guess? Oh, that's 312. I think I screwed this up at some point, so I will check this and fix this in post. So this is taking way longer than I expected. I'm sorry. I will do cuts in between, I guess. But from the first, like from magazine number 3, we have this basically. Which is almost a head. So, as I said, I will make a quick cut, fix this, and be right back. I think I fixed it. I'm still not a fan of as I said, labeling the screws will be nice. And also I found out why I was so confused with all this, like which screws what. So here in front you have a part list. It shows you the screws. It shows you every part there is in detail, and the manual is step by step, which is nice. And it also shows the number and a little picture of the screw. It's from a computer. It's like 3CAD design done with a CAD program. I did that in my education just for houses, so I have a rough idea of what I'm working with basically, because this is more mechanical things I never learned, but I know how to read this. I mean, it's a manual which is easy to read for people who didn't have that in their education. But when you label number 3.12 and it looks totally different than what's in the box, then it's actually on the picture. They labeled the screws, but the head of the screw looks different. They use different type of screws, which I was like, this makes me... And also reading is a thing, I didn't done that because of what I was recording. There is like here on the last step, or on the furthermost last step, is like, okay, use the screw from the previous episode to have actually two. So in total, I'm done with this, with the magazine number 3. And also I had to rearrange one cable that was not correct, so that all cables are now like this. Basically, as I said, we have this part of the head, we have the horns, and yeah. Also, which is interesting on this magazine, there is a part where like, oh, this is Zack the Black Ranger, some history parts, and the picture next, well, the drawing next to the morph sequence, it's a suit from the movie. Well, it's the 95 movie suit, which is interesting. Anyhow, let's continue with magazine number 4. Sorry already, I think the episode will be way longer, and I'm scared what I have to do when I have like 6 magazines. We will see in the future. We're continuing with Megazord. Okay. I like that. So we're building the part of the head still, which I definitely like. I would be disappointed if we were like, oh no, we're not, like, which is good. So we have Megazord head part, turn it around, and we have part 4.6. 4.6 is a switch. Oh, wowzers. So yeah, you have to be careful to not lose. There's this little tiny piece, which has to go inside here on the back. There are holes in there, so which is a switch part. Oh god, yeah, it's slippery. I put you aside for now. I want to connect the board piece first, I guess. So we have this little board here, and we definitely wanna. I want to connect. It's nice that their cables are not too short. So these are different ports, so they should fit each in one separate part here, so you then not screw this up. Oh, and the other part there is for... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, we have all 3 connected. And... okay, I get it why I have to put you in there first. Okay, gotcha. And number 2. Okay, fine. So the part for charging is in there. The button is in there. Actually, Okay, I hope I can, when it's complete, I hope I can use the button, because it feels already like it won't really do its job. Okay, I have to give it another shot. I might put it in there upside down. I don't know. I'm not perfect by far. Give me a sec. Okay, that feels more like it should be. You should, when you build stuff like this your own, you actually should test that, like I did, if the button works when there is something like that, because can you imagine you built that, you're done, and you're like, oh, I can't press the button. That would be big time sucky. Now it works. So I found the error in this. The manual is wrong. The button is shut like I put it in like it should be in the magazine, and it's upside down. Now it works. Weird. Yeah. Now it can be pressed, now it should work. Okay. We're taking way too long, I'm sorry for this, but... Okay, we have this. And then we have this half moon-ish thing which covers that up. So it's the same little black screws. I mean, it makes sense, the plastic's black. So it will be weird if like there's... I mean, it's below the Megazord's head, but still it will be odd if you have like silver screws in there. Then we have this aluminum pole here for Megazord moving here. But we also have sorry, don't want to drop anything. 411. We have rubber washers. We have 3 of those. And on this aluminum piece are like 3 indents. One on the top, one a bit lower, and the lowest end, there's where the washers go. I don't want to rush, but I also want to have this done in a, well, acceptable, timely manner. And done. Okay. 3 washers, that's on there, and this is actually a Megazord part. I thought it was something for the saber-toothed tiger, this plastic piece, but nope. So we have this plastic piece. I mean, it makes sense. It's for the like the T-Rex, I guess, where the head is hidden. This way, not that way. Better. Then the headpiece goes on. We're working on it. We'll finally get a head here. I am so happy. Okay, this is this is that. Okay. One headpiece. And another headpiece. And we connect you. Shouldn't be there. Okay, that's interesting. Electronics in there. Nice. Now we're talking. 413 is little metal washers. Drop you in here, and then let's see. Oh, my screwdriver is not long enough. Where's the one? The one the magazine provided is needed. We're finally getting somewhere. That is nice. We have a huge Megazord head. Yeah, that's the way it should be. And he's fallen over. Yeah, well, it's not the way that it could actually hold like that. And the next part will be the saber-toothed tiger, but I have to make a cut here to clean up a bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, let's continue with the saber-toothed tiger, with the head at least. This will be a long video. I said it before and say it again, and I'm sorry how. But I didn't realize that this could be like this huge. I will see if I can trim stuff down in editing. But anyhow, before it gets longer than it is already, we will have, come on, the first half of the saber-toothed tiger, this one here. It's a slightly different color here, plastic and the metal part, which is a bummer if you ask me, but we'll see how the end result is. When I look at on the manual, it's the same color, but that's all a 3D render. So yeah, we're taking this, and then we have a little red part which is for the eye. We slot that in like this, and then we screw it from the other side. There's a little tab in here. So make sure that you have the parts in the right spot, that they are fit snugly in there. And we're done. I mean, this is relatively fast because it's this, and then we have the other part which I had in hand a second ago, which is this one here. Which goes like this. It has 3 holes for screws, and it's the same screws there. We use the center one here to fixate it, and then I can use the other hand easy to have the rest in here. We have one leftover screw, and I assume we will need them in another magazine in number 5, or maybe in the future. So don't throw extra stuff out. As we realized today, we needed stuff from the first box for this one here. I know when I build like furniture, there's always, oh, I have pieces left over. It's always nice when they give you like some spares in case you miss something, you lose something, and not like, oh, we have this thing with exactly 20 screws. Oh, you lose 2, you're screwed, technically. And so this is done, and let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's all the same screws. So that's half a saber-toothed tiger head. Oh, and I forgot. Okay, we have this little, I've seen that at 4.1. We have this tiny little piece here, which I thought was the button from Megazord head. No, it's not. It's actually for the ear of the saber-toothed tiger. You need some force to have that in here. You just it's not screwed from the other side. It's just pressed in there. So I took this off again and used these pliers to use some force with the rubber part to have it in there so that it's actually the way it should be. You can see the little black part. So, and we're done with this, with magazine number 4. Onward to number 5. Part list and everything. It's a smaller casing here. I took everything out so far. We have a little board in here with a charging piece. Which goes like so, I assume, yeah. And there's a button part. Oh, there's a button again. Ugh. Okay. We have this little board, and we have this lower piece here. So this needs to go in the right way. And before we attach that, we need the little yellow button, like on the Megazord's head. This is easier than the Megazord's head. Okay. The button works. Hear the clickety click. A really small tiny battery which can be charged and is working for lights and stuff. So I just wrap this around again. I guess just like this. Now we take the battery and have this little mouthpiece from the last magazine, from number 4. Okay, you just rest there, I guess. So, just like in here and good. There's this little thing that like closes this off. We're done with this. Okay, and we do not combine you. Okay, that's mean. I want to do combine you, so I guess that's something for the next magazine. That was fast then. So we have this. We have some cable and some screws left. And we have this left, so I'm lucky that I have the next box already, which I'll record after this. So this will be a separate video airing some days after this Build a Megazord thing. But if I had to wait like 4 weeks or so for the next part, I was like, it's with like the first box. I was like, I was so happy to build this, and now I see the progress I'm doing. So this is really where we're closing in here. We're getting somewhere, you know. Anyhow, thank you for watching so far, and if you enjoyed this, we will see us next time with Build a Megazord. Sorry for the length of the video, sorry for the hiccups, but I didn't record this in a while, so it's a bit hectic, it's a bit all over the place, but I promise to do better next time. So thanks again for the support, and till next time.